Can see here the smiling mugshot of Abby Winters, the wife of Chattooga County, Georgia's sole county commissioner. She was arrested on Friday and charged with battery after pouring a drink on a reporter. This reporter had apparently asked her husband, Jason Winters, a difficult question about a trip to France. This is a picture of the reporter, Casey Bryant, who asked this question about this trip to France before the commissioner's wife poured this drink on her. In the second picture, you can see after the incident. Also, a totally different corruption scandal going on with a New Jersey mayor, a Democrat mayor accused of stealing $190,000 from Democrat campaigns and laundering the money through a charity. You can look at more details on this completely separate case going on with Mayor Ronald DeMura from Central New Jersey. We can come back to this in a moment. There's tons of information coming out on this New Jersey scandal right now, but going back to the first story happening in Georgia, Abby Winters arrested Friday. New article on this story coming from Georgia. The first story here saying the wife of a local elected official in Georgia faces criminal charges after she reportedly dumped a drink on a reporter's head at a county meeting. Abby Winters, the wife of Chattooga County Commissioner Jason Winters, intentionally poured a drink over the head of All on Georgia reporter Casey Bryant just before a county budget meeting was to start around 11 a.m. Friday, according to witnesses. Winters, who's 35 years old, quote, said something to the effect of the victim deserved it, according to the incident report from the Somerville Police Department. Witnesses, including other news reporters, told police that they didn't see or hear Bryant, the reporter, say or do anything provocative before the drink was dumped. Article also includes this booking photo of Winters provided by the county sheriff's department. Rural Chattooga County is in northwest Georgia along the state border with Alabama. While most county commissions have multiple members, Chattooga has a sole commissioner who serves as the chief legislative and executive government officer, according to the county website. Jason Winters, a local businessman, was elected to that position in 2008. They say when officers tried to talk with them, Abby and Jason Winters asked to speak with their attorney before talking to police, the report says. Officers later went to attorney Chris Corbin's office, where Abby Winters said she accidentally poured the drink on Bryant after stumbling or tripping near her. Officers then spoke to Bryant, who confirmed what witnesses had told them. Bryant told officers she did not recall ever seeing Abby Winters at public meetings before. Bryant told officers that for a few minutes after the drink was poured on her, she was just in shock and that she recalled someone stating that the drink looked good on her. Based on statements from Bryant and witnesses, officers got warrants against Abby Winters on charges of disorderly conduct and simple battery, both misdemeanors. Winters turned herself in around 4:30 p.m. Friday, according to the sheriff's office. There is also audio of someone at this meeting who, after the drink was poured on this reporter, someone said she brought it on herself. Someone else at the meeting replied by saying he went to France. They again include the same booking photo of Abby Winters and a second photo on the right of Jason Winters, her husband, the county commissioner. After one of those at the meeting said that the reporter brought this on herself, another attendee is heard responding, "Oh, classy." Responding police said that they found Bryant outside in her car with a dark liquid over her hair and jacket after she immediately walked away from the meeting in shock. 4 witnesses present at the meeting offered police statements alleging Mrs. Winters said at least twice that Bryant deserved it. 2 of the witnesses were from local news outlets. The radio station reported that Mrs. Winters was sitting next to her husband at a conference table when people began to arrive for the meeting. Mrs. Winters got up from her seat and went to the other side of the room. WZQZ News was at the meeting and observed Mrs. Winters pour the soft drink on Miss Bryant, the radio station reported. They said after the pouring the drink on Miss Bryant, Mrs. Winters said, "You deserve that," expletive. Miss Bryant did not respond, but began gathering her belongings to leave the meeting. As Miss Bryant was leaving, Mrs. Winters was escorted to a private office by Public Works Director Joe Reed. As she was walking back to the office, Mrs. Winters said she deserved that. A police report stated that none of the witnesses heard the victim say anything that might have antagonized Mrs. Winters. However, a friend of Bryant's said the altercation may have stemmed from an earlier post on the reporter's Facebook page where she was asked to investigate Jason Winters' possible misuse of funds. Another one of the witnesses said that it was one of the most classless acts that they've ever witnessed in their whole life. "And I've been a lot of places," said Paula Arden. She said, "I looked just in time to see her dump it on Casey's head, and Casey just sat there. We were all shocked." Again, Mrs. Winters told the police in a statement that she had tripped and stumbled, causing the drink to accidentally spill. Locals called for the commission to resign or be fired after the incident. "I honestly don't see any outcome that doesn't include Jason resigning from office," one person commented on a video shared by All on Georgia. Another commenter said Jason Winters needs to be removed from office immediately. "He is a joke. His budget is a joke and has been for years." Another local commenting on the case, Daily Mail quotes as saying, "When are you people going to wake up and get this left-wing snowflake out of office? He has done nothing for this county except watch the elderly and fixed-income citizens suffer due to higher tax rates and garage fees, unless you credit him for the purchase of a theater in Paradise Gardens just for a little revenue from liberal ferries," according to Robert Ponder. That was his comment. He says, "You know, he condones this repulsive act his wife has done." Was looking through multiple articles searching for a party affiliation for Winters. It looks like Winters was originally a Democrat at the time that he was elected. Then in 2014, Winters was banned from the Democrat Party for posting campaign signs for a Republican state senator and Republican governor. Earlier this year, Winters was criticized for saying the county was doing better than they had in the past 10 years, then admitting that he may have to cut jobs. Audit reports also reveal that although more money was coming into the county, more was being spent than was coming in. So it looks like we might have more updates soon on Jason Winters, what is going to happen to the Chattooga County Commissioner and his wife, Abby Winters. Very interesting case. Before finishing, I just want to again look at a few details on this second separate scandal going on in New Jersey with a Democrat mayor from Central Jersey who has been accused of stealing $190,000 from Democrat campaigns and using a charity that he owns to cover this up. Mayor DeMira was the treasurer for the local Democrat campaign committee for 7 years and used the position to pocket donations to a local charitable organization that he runs. He also was charged with running what amounts to a Ponzi scheme to defraud $75,000 from investors. DeMira is facing 9 charges related to theft and official misconduct, including tampering with public records and misapplication of trusted property. The state attorney general also commented on the case, saying that DeMira was trusted as mayor and a local party leader. but he repeatedly betrayed that trust, we allege, by misappropriating funds, abusing his office, and using a charity to hide his actions. We are determined to hold officials accountable if they break the law and corruptly exploit their public positions for personal gain. It's also interesting that recently this same mayor had to fire one of his fire inspectors who had ties to the mob and was sentenced for extortion. This was after an FBI sting. So it does look like there could be more going on here. Still updates on this case being released. I will continue to follow this. And I'll also follow up with any big updates on this other story going on in Georgia, Abby Winters. Please let me know what you think about either of these news stories with the info that we do have so far. In the video description are links to my Patreon and PayPal accounts where you can support this channel directly. Thanks everybody that has been sharing these videos and sharing the channel to help get the information out there. If you could give this video a thumbs up, that's greatly appreciated. Make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. I will follow up soon. Thanks again.